Hello you beautiful, beautiful people, welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, welcome back to the channel, I hope you're well. Today we're checking out a 90s Camaro IROC-Z, seeing what it can do in game. We'll be checking out upgrades and customization, so if you are new on here, definitely consider subscribing. Let's go check out an old Camaro. To unlock the IROC-Z and add it to your garage in Forza Horizon 4, all you have to do is grab 80% completion of this week's winter season for the festival playlist and series 31. Now, I was going to drive the Camaro IROC-Z around free roam, but unfortunately it is winter and it just tends to do this quite a lot. I mean, we're in first gear, not really moving. So we'll hop into a race, we'll set the season to summer and see what the IROC-Z can do. Here we go then in the Camaro IROC-Z. In a proper season, we are now in summer, so we should get a bit more grip and better handling from the car. So we've got a 5.7 litre, I'm assuming a V8 up front. I'm not too hot on my Camaros. We've got a 4-speed gearbox, pushing out 245 horsepower. I know, it's mind-boggling power from a 5.7 litre. All of that goes through the rear wheels, which makes it good fun in the corners. The 245 horsepower, you can't have that much fun in the corners. Although the Camaro is quite heavy at 3,600 pounds. You can definitely feel that weight in the corners like there. I'm turning fully right, no throttle, and it's just understeering. But with some upgrades, we can definitely sort that out. Now, the Camaro starts in Class C, right at the bottom at 512. So if you want to keep it in Class C, there's plenty of room for some upgrades. Now, in terms of upgrades, I definitely want, for our first build, put it into Class A, I reckon. Just make it the modern muscle car it should have been. Now, IROC-Z stands for International Race of Champions. That was 245 horsepower and 3,600 pounds in weight. I can't see it being much of a champion. I mean, I'm second in this race, but that's just due to driver tire incompetence. But with some upgrades, I'm hoping we can change that. This engine and gearbox are so lazy. We're barely doing 100 miles an hour and we've not got into 4th gear yet. Not even got into 4th gear. I'm full throttle. We're only just accelerating. It's a little bit rubbish. But we're coming up to the finish line. Second place for the Camaro IROC-Z. Upgrades and customization are the best part of any new car to Forza Horizon 4. First things first, engine swaps. What can we put into the IROC-Z? Completely stock, like I say, 5.7 litre. I'm assuming a V8, 245 horsepower, 345 foot-pounds of torque. We can swap that out for a 6.2 litre V8, 415 horsepower, or an 8.4 litre V10, 640 horsepower. For this first build, we are going to stick with the standard engine. I'm going to keep it rear-wheel drive, so no drivetrain swaps for this first build, but aspiration, we're going to bolt on a supercharger, adding 40 horsepower, giving us a whopping 285 horsepower. Aero and appearance, nothing too exciting. We've got a Forza front flap, and we've got a Forza rear flap. Bonnets, there is an aftermarket option that I'm not too keen on. I think I prefer the standard look of that bonnet, and then we've got the Forza option as well. So I think I'm going to keep that standard. I think I just prefer it over the other two. Now, when I upgrade any older American muscle car, I always do handling. Handling is the first thing I do. I always fit race brakes. I always fit race suspension, although interestingly, we can get drift suspension on the IROC-Z. But for this build, we are going to fit race suspension. I always do anti-roll bars, front and rear, and I sometimes do a roll cage. If I'm going for a more subtle look, I'll fit the second one. So it's still got the benefits, but you can't see it in the cockpit. And then weight reduction. So like I say, it's quite heavy, 3,700 pounds. We put on a bit of weight with the supercharger and a few other upgrades as well. But full weight reduction takes off 691 pounds, bring us down to 3,000 pounds. I'm going to go ahead and do that just to help it in the corners that little bit more. In terms of tyres, we've got the normal options. We've got the street, the sport, the race with writing, snow tyres, if that's your thing, you want to be driving this around in the snow, and they've got the drag tyres as well. Now, I want to keep this in Class A, so I'm not going to do anything too fancy. I'm going to fit sport tyres. Oh, we got track width. What's it going to do to our IROC-Z? That's pretty good. It's not aggressive, but it just sorts out the fitment. Front, is it going to do the same at the rear? Of course it is. Now that is looking good. I gotta say, this Camaro is looking pretty hot with the race suspension and the track width. I made the stock wheels a little bit bigger. I brought them up to 17s. It is looking pretty damn good. Now I've gone ahead and done power. So we're now running 450 horsepower up from 245. That should be a good amount for Class A and rear wheel drive, and weighing 2,959 pounds, 55,500 credits worth of upgrades. Painting options for the Camaro IROC-Z. We've got nothing in advanced, unfortunately, but we do have some pretty decent manufactured colours. We've got the red that it comes in with sort of the white or silver decals. We've got this burgundy with the gold decals, which I absolutely adore. We've got the blue with the white decals, black with the white decals, and then white with the red decals. Now I'm going to go for the burgundy with the gold because I think it looks absolutely incredible. Right then, here we go, 450 horsepower, definitely making a difference in the noise department. Now it is going to scream with that supercharger bolted on. It's pretty good in the corners as well. I'm hoping we've made a massive improvement with the handling, which we have by the looks of it. This car might actually be quite good fun to drive now in Class A. Come on, down the inside. Look at that for some overtakes. Go on, up the inside of the Mustang. 32% into this race and we are already in first place. This thing is actually really fun in Class A. Now, for some hairpin turns, can we still get the back end out? Have a little bit of fun with it. Whilst it's all controlled, we can, and it accelerates back out the corner nicely. Beautiful. 450 horsepower is all this thing needed. Now with these power upgrades and these handling upgrades, the IROC-Z is definitely worthy of its name, the International Race of Champions. I think we've much improved our Camaro. It's so much fun now in Class A. Probably my favourite car, but across the line, first place. Yeah, that has to be one of my favourite cars in Class A. 1 minute 57.6, not bad at all. That A-Class tune is saved and shared for anybody that wants it, but now I want to go a little bit full send, so we're going to swap in the 6.2 litre V8. We have definitely gone full send. 6.2 litre V8, supercharged, four-wheel drive, full weight reduction, full aero, and we are running 1,000 horsepower. We're weighing slightly more at 3,700 pounds, but 1,000 horsepower should do it. 82,350 credits worth of upgrades, class S1 900. Right, 6.2 litre V8, 1,000 horsepower, four-wheel drive. We've also got race tyres, helping to put all that power on the road. What is this Mustang doing? Get out of the way. Here we go. Come on, Camaro. The I-ROC back in I-ROC. Let's go. Full send. Ooh, it's a little bit squirrely under acceleration, but I kind of like it. Kind of keeps you on your toes. Down the inside, hard on the brakes. Oh, okay. They kind of took that kind of well. Let's go, let's go, let's go. S1 900 up the inside, full send. Nice. I don't think it matters what class you have this in, what engine you're running, what power you're running, or what drivetrain you're running. This car is just good fun. Okay, this is just good fun. I thought 1,000 horsepower would be too much. That's across the line at 170 miles an hour, first place. There we go, the Camaro IROC-Z, the car I was probably least excited about coming to Horizon 4, but it's actually quite good fun with a 1,000 horsepower S1 900 and four-wheel drive. If I make this rear-wheel drive, it's going to be an absolute hoot. But as always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. Stay safe and have an awesome day.